Hi everyone, Nikki here, Smurfy161. So I'm coming on to do my weekly papercraft video, and yes, I'm back into Christmas cards, and yes, it's hunky-dory, as that's like one of my favourite things to use. I'm just going to grab my foam pads because I didn't get them. So yeah, it's a mixture of cards and yeah, just cards really. So I'm just going to move that to one side, and this card is actually going to be a decoupage card, but I'm going to put my insert in first, and like I've been doing recently, I will show the finished card like when I finished it, rather than doing a load at the end. So I'll be doing them like that as we go along. Let's put those there, and the finished cards can go there. So I'm mumbling to myself really. Boring all of you, I'm sure. So let's just put this insert in. And then this time on this one I haven't put any Miri card or anything underneath. I'm just going straight on with like the card base, because you can just fold them in half and do them that way, but I like to get as much as I can out of my kits, because then it means I can get a bit more money for charity as well as pocket money for myself. Mr. Credit Card keeps saying I need to make payments off it. So yeah, I hope you're all well. I'm having a video day today, so I'm not sure when this is going to get uploaded, but it will be for the week it's meant to be. So let's just get all the bits out. There's some bits I won't do that are really tiny because I haven't got any like pin flare or glues like that, so I don't really want to be really doing tiny bits, otherwise they'll end up really chunky. So we've got that one. These aren't numbered, but I'm just going down from the size and guessing it that way. Oh, I don't want to break any of my penguin. That's a weird thing to say. I don't want to break my penguin. That sounds really odd. Not something you say in everyday conversation, really. Don't want to break my penguin. Unless you're a zookeeper. It's right, I haven't been on happy pills. I'm just in a bit of a better place at the moment. So, but some of these bits I will use on Christmas tags, so they won't go to waste. I don't want to do tons of layers. And my right, so that's that one, and I have that bit. But my two little penguins I can use on, like I said, gift tags. So I'm going to take them off and pop them there, and then they will go in my little box for future tags. And we can have that bit. And yeah, we'll have that bit. Right, so I've got all the bits I need. Oh no, I haven't. I forgot the message. Need that. And I'm going to rip off down the side bit because I use that in my junk jar because I like how it looks. Right, so we've got everything out of there. I'm going to place my topper down. So let's get ordinary tape for that. Yeah, Dylan scratched me last night. Tiny scratch, but it's so sore. Because I wouldn't give him love when he wanted his love. I was a bit busy. Such a demanding little boy. He's becoming a real grump in his old age, bless him. Not a grump, but just a demanding old man. This is a cat, by the way, I'm talking about, not a person. So that's going... Can I actually... wonder if I go... I think I might go that way, because I can't, because of how the insert is, I can actually go this way, because I'm always doing cards that way, and I think I'm going to go here for a change, and I'm going to put my message on as well, and then we'll start on the decoupage bit. So yeah, I have remembered to put the time on my phone. I know I can join a video together, but I'm lazy and I don't want to. So the message on that one says with love, and then the actual like candy cane they're on says North Pole, Santa's house. So it's like posts of what way you can go. So you can either go to the North Pole, Santa's house, the workshop, Elf Village, or Candy Cane Forest. So you've got a choice of where you can go. So I'm just popping out these little bits. So if you've never done decoupage before, this is a die cut one, and it's really nice because you just pop things out. You haven't got to cut the things out because I'm not very good at stuff like that. And I always pull my bit from the back, so if it rips, it's ripping on the back of the thing, not the front. So that's a tip I learnt from someone. There's that little bit there that's bugging me, but we'll sort it. Tiny little bit stuck in there. Right, foam pads. And I'm not going to cut these up. I am actually going to use them as circles at the moment. So fast forward through this bit if you don't want to watch it. I don't mind. You know, watching somebody put foam pads on is a bit... yeah, it's not the most exciting thing, is it? So, if you're into crochet as well, I was went on to Jan Carruthers live, and we were sort of saying, you know, we like each other's videos. I like her crochet and stuff. She's not into paper crafting, so she wouldn't watch this video, which is fine, but I like a mixture of crafts, so card making might not be a video for you. That's fair enough. So yeah, we were saying like each to their own. Skipping past bits on a video doesn't mean you don't like that person. It's just that part of the video might not be something you want to watch. So, but, you know. Okay, so I'm nearly there. These are really dinky. I brought them for the card candy and I still haven't used the card candy I've got, so I might bag it up and put it in my Happy Mail box for somebody that will use it, because it's just sitting there and I keep forgetting about it. So right, now I've got the fun of pulling all these bits off. I could, like I said, pause the camera, but I'm not in that mood today. I don't fancy joining a load of videos. I've already got one video I need to join because I made a bit of a, well, not mistake, I forgot to do something before I started filming. So yeah, I've given those coin ATCs a go. So something else you can do if you want a bit more wiggle room, but because these are fairly easy shape, I'm not going to, but you could put a little bit of glue stick on the back, so it gives you a bit of wiggle room on the back of your foam pads, and then if you need to line it up, it just gives you that little bit more time. They've made these little bits. Normally hunky-dory stuff pops out easy, but it's not today. Maybe it's me. Right, so yeah, actually maybe I will pause it and come back. So I'm going to put like the foam pads on and I'll come back in a bit, so then you're not getting too bored. But okay, so I'm back and I've done quite a few of the layers, but I've got the last little 3 bits I'm going to pop on. Apologies if you can hear that, my gardener's here is trimming the front hedge, so that's something Dad doesn't have to do, and he's a really sweet man. So yeah, just on the last little few layers. Ah, he's that one. I couldn't think which penguin it was then. Nearly put it in the wrong place. And then we've got that one. So yeah, I didn't think you'd want to sit there and see me peeling loads of bits off. So that's that one, and I'm not sure if you'll see the dimension on there. So we've done that little sweetie, and then this is from the same set, and it was just little bits left over, but as you know by now, I don't like wasting it, and I don't mind making odd shaped cards. especially as I've got my envelope punch board, so I can do stuff like that. Oh, and I didn't put my timer back on, so let's just put the timer back on. Nearly forgot that. But then I know should have plenty of time, but it's still handy. Let's put the insert in. So I even like used a last little bit of insert, and it's just, yeah, a simple little card. Oh, nearly forgot the little message. As I'm selling them in a pack of cards, pack of 5, I think it's quite nice if you have a mixture of sizes and styles and things. Let's just pop. Oops. Okay, guess it's gonna. In fact, I might use the little penguin, so he's got a little friend. So let's just get a little bit of foam tape for that. Oh, hello, Dylan. Hopefully Dylan will not jump up on the desk, but if he does, I hope he doesn't knock anything over. So let's just add that there, and then we've got the little message which says no L. I'm not feeding you yet, Dylan. I know it's 4 o'clock, but I'm not feeding you yet, Dylan. It's a little bit early. You've got to wait an hour. Yeah. Got to wait an hour. You've got plenty of biscuits if you're that hungry. And just put the little Noel. Let's pop that there. So really simple little card. I think I did it A6. So that's that one. Because these pre-done white ones are 5 by 7 in size. I'm just going to pop that back so I don't lose it. Ended up with a tiny bit then. Typical. He's curling up behind my chair. And the amount of times I've nearly moved the chair and put it on Dylan. He's always wanting to be right by me, bless him. So he's a little monkey. A lovable one though. Let's pop that there. So I've got the ombre mirror, so there's like a red and gold tinge in that one. Yeah, so I apologise for that sound, but it's not that drastic. Hopefully you can still hear me, and if not, at least you can see what I'm doing. So I thought I want to get on and do this because I was part way in it. So sorry, I'm very daydreamy today. Very sort of keep drifting off in a little dream. So let's pop that on there. Sorry if I went out of frame then. Let's just make sure I'm still, yep, and I might just come in a smooch, that's better. And then we've got these little toppers. We've got Santa, so I'm going to pop him up there. So yeah, this was a very Santa themed sheet. And it actually only had the two, it had this die cut and the decoupage one, but I've managed to get, yeah, 3 cards out of it, so it's not bad going. And this message says, just for you. So I've got a few things I need to get listed. So I'm going to just pop that down there. So that's that one. And then we're on to another little card kit, and I'm starting off with the little bits that are left over. So this was a bit of card left over, and I've just folded it so it's just a different shape and stuff. And I'm going to do this bit, and then, yeah, again, a bit of insert left over, cut that to the size for this card. So that means I've got a couple of envelopes I need to make, but like I said, I don't mind that. I like making envelopes. I just like making. There's a funny quote, you've probably seen it, and I can't remember it exactly, but it sort of goes, it's basically like, I will craft, and if my fingers fall off, I will hot glue those suckers back on and carry on crafting, sort of thing. So it's a bit humorous. So we've got that little image, and I'm going to pop that there. So yeah, if you have leftover bits, you can make, I mean, you could make tags, smaller cards, toppers for future cards, you know, just loads of little ways, or on gift bags and stuff. I've actually decorated all those gift bags now, so they're all listed on Etsy. So if you want to get ahead for Christmas, please go and check out my shop. I have got quite a few Christmassy things on there. I've also got 2 candles on there I decorated, and they, yeah, so I've got them on there. They've got free postage for the UK. So yeah, I thought I'd give candles a go, but I'm just going to keep those 2 on there at the moment before I do any more, and just see how it goes on that. And then we've got this little message, so that's that little card done. And going this way with this card. So I'm telling myself really what way it's going. Insert. Because I can't remember what week it was, but I was making something and I kept making the same mistake several times. I think I was off camera and I kept making the same mistake, or I might have been on camera, I'm not sure. So now I'm sort of like chatting to myself as I'm doing it, but I know there's a lot of us that do that. And that's the cute image of that one, so sweet. And some of that ombre card. This was actually part of that Goldie card, but this was the more ready bit. Bless him, it should only take him an hour to do, and it's still daylight out even though it's been drizzly today. It is still not too cold a temperature. I mean, I've got a cardigan because as soon as the weather cools down, I'm not overly warm. I need that bit of extra warmth. So, and talking of cardigans and stuff, I did have a bit of a weird request on one of my crochet videos whether would I wear a certain jumper they'd see me in, and would I talk about my jumpers. It was just a bit weird and made me feel a little bit uncomfy, so removed that comment. Haven't blocked the person, so it'd be interesting to see if I get that comment again. But I thought, yeah, asking somebody to wear, okay, at least it wasn't anything saucy they asked me to wear, but it just made me feel uneasy. And I think if your gut instinct says something, then there's a reason it highlights warning bells. So yeah, won't be doing that request. So we've got them there, and then the message for this one says, wishing you a magical Christmas. And I actually think I'm going to put that on with some foam pads. Let's put that over there. Yeah, I'm not doing many embellishments at the moment because I'm sort of saving them on for different projects. And that is going to go in there. So that's that little card. And then we've got this sort of kind of DL, but not really because it's a really chunky one. Let's put that down there. I keep putting my bone folder in the wrong pocket and then I can't get it out, so I must stop doing that. So this is a Hunky Dory base, and it's a really pale blue. It's almost white with a tinge of blue in it, but it's really pale, but it's really pretty. Got that in there. And yeah, snow at the bottom, not at the top. Right, so that's going to go in there. And then I got some mirroring, and it's sort of like a blacky grey colour, but it's really nice. I'm not normally a black or grey fan, like even in clothing and stuff. I mean, I've got black jeans, but I try to make sure I wear a colour on top and things like that. You know, something bright, so I'm not all in a black colour. And then this was one of the card bases, they call it, that you could just fold in half and make into a card, but I thought I'd trim it down. I was going to say he hasn't finished yet. No, he's doing something else, bless him. I'm getting attacked by, oh, my floor. I just realised I've chucked a load of tape on the floor. I've missed the bin, so I have to tidy that up, otherwise Dylan, I think that's a fun game to play with. And this message says someone special. So I think that's really sweet. So a teddy bear and a teddy bear snowman from the looks of it on that card. It's really sweet. And I'm just going to pop that kind of there. So that's that card done. And then lastly, we've got this 8x8 one. Because it was a rather large topper. So I'm going to keep this very simple. But then I think a lot of my cards are simple. I can do fancy ones. Maybe what I'll have to do, someone, is just do one card with like a load of embellishments and things like that. Just do one complicated card, as not as like part of my paper crafting, but as a separate sort of thing with like die cuts and stuff like that. So it's not exactly complicated, but just something a bit more fancy. Right, that's there. I didn't think all the tape had come off. Sneaky monkey. Not allowed to do that. Come here. I've had trouble with this tape lately. Normally it's really good, but it's not when I play ball this time. Right, let's come to the front. So that's a blacky silver card. So I thought it went quite well with like the tones in this card here. So I thought it went quite well with the tones in that. Yeah, so apologies for the sound of the gardener. So I'll try not to, but then I didn't know he was coming, but I didn't want to sort of do the video at another time when I've got all the stuff out and I'm sort of in the right mood to do it. So let's put this next layer on. So yeah, these cards are quite weighty because I've used a good quality card like with Hunky Dory, and then I've added layers and stuff, but you don't want a card that's going to fall down. So, sorry if my head gets in the way, I just want to line this up as best I can. It's a little bit wonky, but I'm sure whoever ends up buying it will be happy. I'm just going to add this little border across here, so I need a thinner tape. There's the end, there's the end. But I like simple cards, you know, especially if it's a large card. I like a mixture, you know, like adding the flowers and the bling and stuff like that, and ribbon bows. But there are times when I think it's nice just to have something a bit simple. So let's cut these bits off. And I will No, I'm not going to keep those. Can't keep everything. And that's the topper for that one. So that is going to go kind of in the middle if I can. Get it in that direction. That is going to go there, and then we've got my message which is going there, but I am going to use foam tape for this one, just to lift it up a bit. And then we need a little bit for the end, so we'll do that. Don't need that anymore, so that can go back where it belongs. So I hope you've enjoyed this week. I know it's Christmas again, but I've got so many Christmas things I need to get on with. It's handy to combine it when I do a video. So we've got that card there. So that is me done for this week, and I will see you when I see you. Take care. Bye.